Hey everybody, it's your Uncle Bear. So, I got to thinking today, a few years ago, there was a young man that cleaned showers at a truck stop. And we talked for a couple minutes, and, he was young guy, early 20s, I suppose, maybe even late teens, I don't know. But anyway, he came across as underappreciated or unappreciated, and I told him, I said, what you have to remember is if your job was not important, they wouldn't pay you to do it. I told him, I said, I work usually before the sun comes up, and I don't get to bed until well after the sun goes down. I said, the last thing I feel like doing is cleaning a shower after some other truck driver so I can take a clean shower. I said, you are vital to truck drivers. We don't always show it, I leave a couple bucks every once in a while, but I mean, the majority of us don't at all, I do when it's really, when they did a really, really good job on it, I'll leave them a tip. I can't afford to do it all the time, especially these days. But, that's my message today for anybody doing any job. If you're a janitor or a maid or a server, whatever you do, if you shovel shit for a living, your job matters. We're all cogs in a big wheel. Let's say you work in a factory making elevator buttons. Anything. It doesn't matter. I got news for you. Every one of us out here has either gone to a hospital, a motel, an apartment building, somewhere where we had to get on a damn elevator. And if there wasn't a button to push, we're on the stairs. And I'm a fat guy, I don't want to be on the stairs. So yeah, that job is important. It's necessary. Everybody's job is necessary. Again, if it wasn't, they wouldn't pay you to do it. So don't ever think that you're not appreciated. The people that make the products or are part of making the products that I haul, the people that are part of the process of building my trailer or my truck, or changing my oil, or putting tires on my truck, or making those tires. Every one of us is part of a big wheel, and we're all necessary for that wheel to turn. The people that load my truck, the people that fix the forklift that loads my truck, the people that shrink wrap the pallets, the people that stack those pallets. If you're out there and you see this, thank you. Thank you. I for one, appreciate you. And of course, if you're a truck driver, I don't care what kind of trailer you pull, we give each other shit about, no, you got an easy job. None of us has an easy job driving a truck, I'll promise you. This is a profession that's high stress, little things, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Sometimes downright scary, I guess, if we're being honest. But yeah, thank you the truck drivers, thank you the dispatchers and the shippers, the people that schedule my pickups and my deliveries. I tell you what, my customer, they have a hell of a time with me, because there's some weeks, that I've had to change, my appointment 2 or 3 times to go pick up my load, because of stuff that happens just in the course of a day. There's that high stress I always talk about. It's usually the truck's fault, though. It's certainly not mine. But seriously, don't ever get down on yourself because of the job you do, because your job, somebody has to do it. Somebody has to do it. Plain and simple. It's got to be done because people need it done. Whether it's me, whether it's a general consumer, whether it's, hell, if you make lunch boxes. Remember the old Spider-Man lunch? I don't even know if they still have those tin lunch boxes. You know, it had a little thermos inside, Spider-Man on it, that kind of thing. I don't know if they make them anymore or not. But you know what? Somebody's got to make that. Thank you. You made some kid's day when he got that. You know? That's all I got for today. Everybody, be safe out there. Be appreciative. Be appreciative of people and what they do, because we all contribute in one way or another. Some better than others. There are people that I've met in shipping offices and receiving offices that do not like truck drivers. I'll never figure out why they took the job, but if I'm lying, I'm dying. You can't. I tell you what, you ask anybody that's ever dealt with me in a shipping or receiving office or a truck stop, and they'll tell you, if I can't make you smile, you've got some serious issues. Plain and simple. So, that's all I got, folks. Be safe out there, alright?